There are 32 Caribbean countries in the world. In previous 3 videos in detailed we described Caribbean countries. So in this video now we discuss more 8 Caribbean countries. 25 Turks and Caicos Islands. The Turks and Caicos Islands, abbreviated TCI, are a British overseas territory consisting of the larger Caicos Islands and smaller Turks Islands, 2 groups of tropical islands in the Lucayan archipelago of the Atlantic Ocean and northern Indies. They are known primarily for tourism and as an offshore financial center. The Turks and Caicos Islands lie southeast of Mayaguana in the Bahamas island chain, northeast of Cuba, and north of the island of Hispaniola, Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Cockburn Town, the capital since 1766, is situated on Grand Turk Island about 1,042 kilometers (647 miles) east-southeast of Miami, United States. The islands have a total land area of 430 square kilometers (170 square miles). The current population of Turks and Caicos Islands is 40,601 as of Sunday, February 23, 2020. The official language used in the Turks and Caicos Islands is English. However, an English-based Creole is also spoken across the islands. Spanish, Italian, and French are also minority languages spoken in Turks and Caicos. The US dollar is the official currency of Turks and Caicos. Most hotels, restaurants and taxi services accept travelers' checks, which can be cashed at local banks. Most credit cards are accepted and banks offer ATMs as well as cash advances on credit cards. Turks and Caicos Islands religions. Religions: Protestant 72.8%, Baptist 35.8%, Church of God 11.7%, Anglican 10%, Methodist 9.3%, Seventh-day Adventist 6%, Roman Catholic 11.4%, Jehovah's Witness 1.8%, other 14%. Turks and Caicos Islands generally experiences pleasant and consistent weather throughout the year. Compared to northern countries such as the United States, Canada and the United Kingdom, there's far less of a distinction in seasons here. May to October are considered the hot months, and November to April are the cool months. Although the average monthly variation between the hot and cool months is only about 10 degrees Fahrenheit, this difference is definitely noticeable. Depending on personal preference, some may find that activities such as cycling, hiking and exploring historical sites may be a bit too exhausting during the height of summer. The winter cool season months tend to see the greater number of tourist arrivals. 26 British Virgin Islands. The British Virgin Islands, abbreviated BVI, officially simply the Virgin Islands, are a British overseas territory in the Caribbean, to the east of Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands and northwest of Anguilla. The islands are geographically part of the Virgin Islands archipelago and are located in the Leeward Islands of the Lesser Antilles and part of the West Indies. The British Virgin Islands consist of the main islands of Tortola, Virgin Gorda, Anegada, and Joost van Dyke, along with over 50 other smaller islands and cays. About 16 of the islands are inhabited. The capital, Road Town, is on Tortola, the largest island, which is about 20 kilometers (12 miles) long and 5 kilometers (3 miles) wide. The total area of the colony is 59 square miles (153 square km). The islands had a population of about 28,000 at the 2010 census, of whom approximately 23,500 lived on Tortola. Current estimates put the population at 35,802, July 2018. Spoken language is English. Spanish is spoken by Puerto Rican, Dominican and other Spanish-speaking. The official currency of the British Virgin Islands has been the United States dollar (US dollar) since 1959, the currency also used by the United States Virgin Islands. Religion in British Virgin Islands mainly Christian, including Methodist 45%, Anglican 21% and Roman Catholic 6%. The British Virgin Islands have a tropical rainforest climate, moderated by trade winds. Temperatures vary little throughout the year. In the capital, Road Town, typical daily maxima are around 32 degrees Celsius (89.6 degrees Fahrenheit) in the summer and 29 degrees Celsius (84.2 degrees Fahrenheit) in the winter. 27 Anguilla. Anguilla is a British overseas territory in the Caribbean. It is one of the most northerly of the Leeward Islands in the Lesser Antilles, lying east of Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands and directly north of St. Martin. The territory's capital is Valley. The total land area of the territory is 35 square miles, 91 square kilometers, with a population of approximately 17,400, July 2018 est. The total land area of the territory is 35 square miles, 91 square kilometers, with a population of approximately 17,400, July 2018 est. Anguilla Languages Standard English, which has a heavy British influence, is the island's official language. Anguillan Creole is the other most commonly used language. Anguilla's official currency is the Eastern Caribbean dollar, though US dollars are accepted everywhere according to the 2001 census. Christianity is Anguilla's predominant religion, with 29% of the population practicing Anglicanism and another 23.9% are Methodist. Other churches on the island include Seventh-day Adventist, Baptist, Roman Catholic served by the Diocese of St. John's Basseterre, with the see at St. John on Antigua and Barbuda, and a small community of Jehovah's Witnesses 0.7%. Between 1992 and 2001 the number of followers of the Church of God and Pentecostals increased considerably. There are at least 15 churches on the island. More recently, a Muslim cultural center has opened on the island. Anguilla has a tropical climate, hot all year round, with a slightly cooler period from December to March and a hotter, muggy period from May to October. Luckily, sea breezes are able to relieve a bit the heat of the day. 28 Saint Barthelemy. Saint Barthelemy, officially the territorial collectivity of Saint Barthelemy, is an overseas collectivity of France in the Caribbean. Often abbreviated to Saint Barth in French, and Saint Barths or Saint Barts in English, the island lies about 35 kilometers (22 miles) southeast of the Dutch country Sint Maarten and northeast of the Dutch islands of Saba, Sint Eustatius, and the independent country of Saint Kitts and Nevis. Its capital is Gustavia, which also contains the main harbour and has an area of 25 square kilometers (9.7 square miles) and a population of about 10,000. French is the official language of Saint Barthélemy Street. Barts, Saint Barth, is the Euro. Anglican, Evangelical, or Catholic, the population of Saint Barthélemy is very attached to its religions or its small prayer groups. The Catholic religion is transmitted from generation to generation, and is the largest on the island, with two churches, Notre Dame de l'Assomption in Gustavia. In Saint Barthélemy, the climate is tropical, hot all year round, with a relatively cool season from December to April, called the Lent, and a hot and humid season from May to November, called the wintering. In the wettest months, from August to November, from 115 to 130 mm (4.5 to 5 in) of rainfall per month. 29 Montserrat. Montserrat is a British Overseas Territory in the Caribbean. The island is in the Leeward Islands, which is part of the chain known as the Lesser Antilles, in the Indies. Montserrat is nicknamed the Emerald Isle of the Caribbean, both for its resemblance to coastal Ireland and for the Irish ancestry of many of its inhabitants. Plymouth, on the southwestern coast, was the capital and only port of entry until 1997, when volcanic eruptions destroyed and the defector capital is thus in and around Braids. Montserrat have an area, 102 square kilometers (39 square miles). The current population of Montserrat is 4,991 as of Monday, February 24, 2020, based on the latest United Nations estimates. Montserrat languages. Its two languages are English, which is the official language, and Montserrat Creole, which is widely spoken in the island. East Caribbean dollars, XCD, is the national currency in Montserrat. Montserrat have a Protestant 67.1%, includes Anglican 21.8%, Methodist 17%, Pentecostal 14.1%, Seventh-day Adventist 10.5%, and Church of God 3.7%, Roman Catholic 11.6%, Rastafarian 1.4%, other 6.5%, none 2.6%, unspecified 10.8%. Montserrat has a tropical climate. You can divide the island in two seasons, a wet-hot period and a slightly drier and slightly cooler period. In the months of February to May, the average rainfall is lower than in the rest of the year. The average temperature is also a few degrees lower in that period. Generally, throughout the year you can assume it's warm and wet. The sea breeze that usually blows can provide the necessary cooling and also ensures that the average humidity goes down. In the second half of the year there are tropical storms and cyclones. 30 Bonaire. Bonaire is an island in the Leeward Antilles in the Caribbean Sea. Its capital is Kralendijk, located near the ocean on the lee side of the island. Aruba, Bonaire and Curaçao form the ABC Islands, located 80 kilometers (50 miles) off the coast of Venezuela. Unlike much of the Caribbean region, the ABC Islands lie outside Hurricane Alley. The islands have an arid climate that attracts visitors seeking warm, sunny weather all year round. Bonaire is a popular snorkeling and scuba diving destination because of its multiple shore diving sites and easy access to the island's fringing reefs. Bonaire has a land area of 288 square kilometers (111 square miles), while Klein Bonaire is an additional 6 square kilometers (2.3 square miles). Bonaire have 20,104 population. The official language of Bonaire is Dutch, yet the native language is actually Papiamentu, spoken exclusively in the ABC Islands of Aruba, Bonaire, and Curaçao. Papiamentu is a mixture of many languages including Spanish, Dutch, Portuguese, French, English, Caribbean Indian, and various African languages. Bonaire's currency is the US dollar. The US dollar is the official currency of Bonaire since January 1, 2011. Religion in Bonaire predominantly Roman Catholic with a Protestant minority. There are many evangelical churches of different denominations, and a new mosque has also been erected on the island. The climate of Bonaire is tropical, hot all year round, since the temperature fluctuates around 23 degrees Celsius (25 degrees Celsius, 73 degrees Fahrenheit, 77 degrees Fahrenheit) at night and around 29 degrees Celsius (31 degrees Celsius, 84 degrees Fahrenheit, 88 degrees Fahrenheit) during the day. Bonaire is a flat island, with a certain shortage of fresh water because of the lack of rivers. 31 N. Saint Eustatius. Saint Eustatius, also known locally as Statia, is an island in the Caribbean. It is a special municipality, officially public body, of the Netherlands. The island lies in the northern Leeward Islands portion of the West Indies, southeast of the Virgin Islands. Saint Eustatius is immediately to the northwest of St. Kitts, and to the southeast of Saba. Travelers to the island by air arrive through F.D. Roosevelt Airport. The regional capital is Oranjestad. The island has an area of 21 square kilometers (8.1 square miles). As of January 2019, the population is 3,138, with a population density of 150 inhabitants per square kilometer. The official language is Dutch, but English is the language of everyday life on the island, and education is solely in English. A local English-based Creole is also spoken informally. The official currency of Saint Eustatius is the Netherlands Antillian florin (NAF), sometimes called a guilder, but US dollars are widely accepted. Religion plays an important role in everyday lives of Statians. The following religions have houses of worship on the island. All of them are open to the public: Seventh-day Adventist, Methodist, Roman Catholic, Jehovah's Witnesses, Big Stone Fellowship, Baha'i Faith, Baptist, Anglican, Apostolic Faith, Pentecostal. Tropical climate. Throughout the year, the daytime temperature fluctuates around a pleasant 80 degrees Fahrenheit (27 degrees Celsius). The nights are slightly cooler at 75 degrees Fahrenheit (24 degrees Celsius). 32 Saba. Saba is a Caribbean island which is the smallest special municipality of the Netherlands. It consists largely of the potentially active volcano Mount Scenery, which at 887 meters (2,910 feet) is the highest point of the entire Kingdom of the Netherlands. The island lies in the northern Leeward Islands portion of the West Indies, southeast of the Virgin Islands. Together with Bonaire and Saint Eustatius, it forms the BES Islands. Saba has a land area of 13 square kilometers (5.0 square miles). The population was 1,915 as of January 2019, with a population density of 148 inhabitants per square kilometer (380 per square miles). It is the smallest territory by permanent population in the Americas. Its towns and major settlements are the Bottom, the capital, Windwardside, Zion's Hill and St. John's. Saba is an Afro-Asiatic language spoken in south-central Chad. The Sabaeans or Sabaeans were an ancient people of South Arabia. They spoke the Sabaean language, one of the old South Arabian languages. Speakers are found in Sorki Canton in Chinguil sub-prefecture. Saba uses the US dollar. The Saba lies on 79 meters above sea level. The climate here is tropical. Rainfall is significant most months of the year, and the short dry season has little effect. This climate is considered to be AM according to the Köppen-Geiger climate classification,